For some reason, with his initials here in game.
Yes, it is one of his like alternate accounts that he uses.
That
That we all know of, so we know that is him.
yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
I do wonder what is the plan that these two players are bringing to the game, because mate, we are in Pride of Altaris for game 1.
Exactly, and historically, especially Ryu tends to veto this map, both Pride of Altaris and Blackburn. So in a best of 3 for us to end up here, I am personally quite shocked.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe someone has a timing plan. Maybe they are trying to go for the long game, and we're going to be stuck here for the next hour, light.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh god.
My sanity's already gone, mate. At this point, you know, it's just send it, mate. Just send it.
Sure, why not? Ending on a bank.
Oh god, but so far the openers are pretty standard. Hatch gas pool from Ryu also, you know, again, I want to see some copy passes in the chat, mate, for our boys, for our players. Steel, Kuro, Yaku, let's go. As we're getting into this again, nothing too out of the ordinary from our Terran player either.
Yes, Reaper expand into, you know, the quick factory. We're probably gonna see Hellions after this. Now the question is, because this is very typical of Chaos Fate, he goes for a really faster CC. You know, and a big map just like this, like it is very easy to get away with it. So the question is, are we gonna see it? Is Chaos Fate gonna do his trademark 3 CC?
Yeah.
Or is he planning to do something a little maybe more aggressive today? Who knows?
Ooh, who knows, mate? As Chaos Fate, he gets thwarted away from that main base. He gets warded away, and he does not scout the fact that Ryu has a very fast Roach Warren hidden in the main.
Ooh, yeah, Roach Warren, like, he got a drone. Nice. Always nice when your Reaper managed to kill a worker.
Definitely, that was actually the supposed to expand and take a third base here, so even delays that third.
Yeah, but as you say, like, one of the weaknesses of you going faster CC is that if your opponent pushes with that early Roach, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. But mate, did you see Chaos Fate base? Like, I feel there's a building missing here.
Exactly. Here in the main base, there is no third CC before Starport. We see a straight up 1-1-1. But an interesting one because, okay, there we go. We're going to see a tech lab here on the starport. We don't see a bit of a switch. So, yeah, kind of an interesting turn of events. Because of this, we will have access to Banshees, and that's exactly what you want when Roaches are coming at you.
Yeah, and there we go. The first couple of Roaches are on the way. Ooh, Ravager's even. So, yeah, an early push from Ryu, you know. Very, I will say, uncharacteristic of him. But seeing this is versus Chaos Fate, it is completely reasonable to do. Now, has Chaos Fate scouted it? I didn't check.
He has not gotten back into the main base, and the Roaches went around the long way. They did not go past this sensor tower. Finally, the Zonaga does spot the Roaches, but I mean, the army is already here. Chaos Fate doesn't know. He's trying to throw down a bunker here on the low ground, and he does have a Banshee on the way, to be fair.
Yes, he does have a Banshee, but mate, there is not a wall, there is not a bunker, there is nothing here to defend, and immediately Chaos Fate is gonna just leave his natural base at the moment. He cannot defend it.
Yeah, exactly. The natural base is forfeit. SCVs are going to be falling left and right. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's not content with just the natural. He wants to break into the main.
Yes, and he's trying to bot. Oh my god, that Banshee is doing a lot of damage already. Already 2 Ravagers went down. It is only a matter of time. The question is how much damage can Ryu do before that?
Yeah, unfortunately, 0 repairs on that depot, so the Roaches will be able to bust in. But honestly, there aren't that many Roaches, so surprisingly, not too many SCVs have fallen.
Wow, and mate, Chaos Fate held, and I think he only lost 1 worker.
Yeah.
So, nice reaction by Ryu, nice decision making by Ryu, by Chaos Fate, nice decision making, and yeah, this early push from Ryu did nothing basically.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little bit surprised there. Ryu made a choice. He could either kill all the workers at the natural base and force a lift off, or try and break into the main base to deal even more critical damage. But even after breaking into the main, he just didn't have enough units left over to do anything else because of the Banshee. So he did 0 economic damage.
Yeah, 0 economic damage, and with that, mate, we are at 43 workers for Ryu, 42 for Chaos Fate. This is pretty even in workers, and as I said, player, this is not something that you want to.
Oh yeah, like that Roach push didn't really do much at all here for Ryu. Meanwhile, back at home, he's trying to prepare, but double Banshees are about to rock in towards that natural base. Spores are gonna finish up just in time. Up!
Just in time, and yeah, only one worker killed so far, but the Banshees are going into the main base. Meanwhile, Chaos Fate trying to do a Helion run by on the turret, but the Zerlings were ready.
Yeah, exactly. Ryu does defend his third base. His Lings were already in position. Meanwhile, the Banshees are getting damage done here in the main base. Sure, there is one Spore, but with 2 Banshees, you can one-shot those workers.
4 workers killed so far by Chaos Fate. The Banshees are still alive. Ryu he's gonna need to keep an eye on for basically the rest of the game. Otherwise, he's gonna lose an entire middle line in a few seconds. And yeah, and coming back to Chaos Fate's base, finally, the third base is on the way.
Oh yeah, he's not going like all in on 2 bases or anything crazy like that. He does have his third on the way, and all things considered, you know, Chaos Fate is looking pretty good. We do see he's pushing out across the map. Stim has already done combat shields as well. He has 2 tanks, and the creep spread isn't looking that amazing because of that early push. So there's a lot of potential here for Chaos Fate.
Yes, there's a lot of Marines, a lot of Steam Marines, 2 tanks, Medivacs, and Ryu doesn't have any Banelings yet. He doesn't have Baneling speed. This is going to be a really hard fight for him.
Yeah, exactly. He only has 2 Ravagers as well. He can't really dive on top of those tanks. Banelings will finish up, but Baneling speed is still on the way, and he has to be so careful. He only has 3 Banelings.
Yeah, I think he's trying to buy all the time he can so that the Baneling speed is gonna finish, but I'm not sure if Chaos Fate is gonna let him. Ooh, nice buys. One of the tanks falls.
Yeah, only 1 tank remaining. It only takes 3 biles to take down a tank. So Chaos Fate, he may not be feeling too good about staying here. He does unsiege. He will back off.
Ooh, that's an interesting decision. I think he will have been able to do more damage, especially because the second tank arrived. But his army is still basically intact, so he can later on do another bigger push.
Yeah, like he didn't really lose too much there in that attack. I agree. I think with the reinforcements, maybe he could have pressed on and maybe done even more damage, but he's really respecting the position of Ryu, respecting the amount of Ravagers that he has, the fact that Baneling speed already finished up as well, so he doesn't want to, you know, commit to an attack and lose everything. So yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
Yes, and here we have why he didn't attack with everything. There is a big drop incoming, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we do have a Banshee here at the 4th base location. It's going to be pulling away the attention of a lot of these queens. At the same time, the massive Doom Drop goes into the main base, but Ryu spots it and he's ready.
I don't know about you, but I really like the sight of the Zerlings when they're patrolling.
Yeah, they're very excited. They're very excited. Oh, God. Meanwhile, the drop really hasn't been able to do too much here. Oh, my God, he has to be covering the biles!
Ooh, nice save. Oh, he actually saved every unit. So, nice micro by Chaos Fate. And yeah, now Chaos Fate, now that he has his 3 full bases, mate, his macro is gonna start to get out of control.
Yeah, mate, we have 60 SCVs. We have a full wall off as well being set up as well. If he wants to, mate, he could even take the gold.
I know you will love that. I know you will love that. Yeah, but just look at the supply. Chaos Fate is doing his supply ahead of his opponent, mate, and everything is in army.
Yeah, exactly. Again, a lot of this just does come down to that early aggression. Meanwhile, a couple of Banelings will connect here. A couple of Marines will go down. So Chaos Fate, he has to turn around back home. He has to pull back with this drop. But again, he hasn't lost too much. When it comes to Ryu being behind, a lot of it is because of that early Roach push. Like, he committed so much to that. He cut so many workers to make that happen. His third base was delayed. And again, because of that, he's still trying to recover.
Yeah, he is now finally Chaos Fate is pushing across the map. Not a good split for him, but he lost a lot of Marines for basically nothing. but there's still a lot more Marines behind this, and the question is Ryu gonna have enough army?
Yeah, that is the real question. Biles will connect. They take down the Liberator. They also take down one of those tanks as well. There's not too much here really as the backbone of Chaos Fate's army.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of his army is still being rallied across the map, and yeah, he loses most of the Marines, he loses the tanks, and oh wow, this is an unexpected GG, I will say, from Chaos Fate, and Ryu takes the first point in the series.
GG. Chaos Fate taps out. Interestingly, he didn't have any more upgrades behind this. He didn't have a 4th CC on the way. He didn't have 2-2 on the way. I guess he was more committed than we thought. But I agree, like, I don't think he realized how close the economies were. Like, if he wanted to, the game could have gone on.
Yes, definitely. But then again, you know, I'm not the pro player. There's a reason why I'm on this side of the game. But no, Chaos Fate will not best, and with that, Ryu 1-0.
Yeah. Again, Chaos Fate, he was hedging a lot of his bets there in that one big push. It was intended to end the game, but the biles from Ryu were insane. He biled down an unsieged tank that was moving forward. That was moving, by the way. it just rolled into the biles and died immediately. I was like, oh my god. Again, without those tanks, like, there wasn't really much staying power for Chaos Fate, and his splits were also a little bit questionable as well. Like, the Banelings were getting some interesting connections. Ryu was defending well.
He was. So yeah, map number 2. We are on the lobby. Light is gonna be. We went from the biggest map on the map pool to now the smallest.
Yeah, wait. We started this stream off. I don't know if you remember. I was like, typically Ryu, he vetoes Pride of Altaris and Blackburn. Like, you know, he isn't too fond of these maps, and these are the exact 2 maps that we're getting. Oh my god.
Mate, I think Ryu is keeping some secrets from you.
I mean, to be fair, he has been practicing a lot with Davo. You know, I don't know what they've been working on, but I kind of like this, you know, like your typical Ryu that we've known and loved. You know, he's kind of growing as a player. He's showing us, hey, I can work with these more unorthodox maps. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Roach push here.
I wouldn't either, but we're gonna find out. The map is loading. People, it is gonna be Blackburn.
Oh yeah, it is gonna be Blackburn, one of the smaller maps in the map pool. Also a map with gold bases.
Maybe that was the secret, mate. They wanted nothing but gold bases. But here we go. Welcome everyone to Blackburn LE. I'm spawning here in the left-hand corner of the map. The 3rd player currently up 1-0. This is Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn ESL, we have the Peruvian Terran player himself representing Eximius Gaming, currently down in this series, but not out, not yet. It is Chaos Fate.
Now, mate, Blackburn, the smallest map on the map pool. Who is gonna pull the trigger first? That is the question.
Mate, I am really worried here, especially because I think we did see this map recently. I could be mistaken, but we did cast Ryu versus Terran in the closed qualifiers. And I want to say it was a best of 3 and it went to the ace match. No, or maybe even a best of 5. But like, Terran did take a game, and I want to say he took a game on Blackburn.
I wish my memory was that good. No. One of the things that you lost with age.
Yeah, it's gonna happen to me pretty soon as well. It's oh god, not like this, puppy.
Look at me, Light. I'm your future.
Oh no. Oh god. I'm gonna be a weeb. I'm gonna. Oh no. Oh god. But yeah, if you're interested in the chat, you know, we do have all of our VODs on our YouTube channel. We did cover all of the DreamHack qualifiers for each region, I should say, not every single one specifically, but all the ones of Latin America. And yeah, we'll see how this goes here. As so far, we have another standard opener from Chaos Fate again, but my eyes are on Ryu with what he decides to do here with his opener.
Yes, so far, you know, everything's normal. A couple of settling speed. The Reaper is finally coming in, and yeah, he's gonna go unimpeded for the moment, and let's see how much damage can that Reaper does.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of damage here on the drones, just dancing with death, dancing with all these lings, but the Reaper is safe and sound, just, you know, checking that main base, but unfortunately not in location to delay or deny the third.
Yes, normal third, we should say. Like, I'm sorry, like, no gold base for you yet. But yeah, normal third play here at the moment. Let's see how fast Ryu is gonna build a Roach War in this game, you know?
Yeah, that's...
No, yeah, I'm just saying, he is the one who put the ball in the court in the last game, so I expect him to do so again.
Yeah, I expect so as well. Meanwhile, he is going to be diving in with his Overlord. He confirms that build we know and love from Chaos Fate, goes for the third CC before Starport, so a much more macro-oriented build. And with this scouting information, we'll see what Ryu does, because he has a surprising amount of gas here. He did keep an additional drone in the gas geyser, so with this, he's got some options.
Yes, he does. So we'll see. If you were Ryu, if you were in his shoes, Light, what would you do?
I would have thrown down a Roach Warren. I would, especially because, like, upon scouting this, you know that, okay, there's no potential for Banshees. Like, a Roach push would work that much faster. But we can see, with all this gas, it looks like Ryu wants to go for double Evo Chambers for those double upgrades.
Yes, so Ryu is gonna go for a little bit longer game. He's gonna go for the fast upgrades, probably melee. Ooh, range attack, actually.
Oh my god. He does want to throw down a Roach Warren.
No, mate, I think this is for fast Hydras.
Well, me or Michael, what are you doing here? What?
And yeah, Hellions and Reapers are out of the map now for Chaos Fate. No attack yet, no damage done yet. I think Chaos Fate just wants to build a little bit more, or see if his opponent is gonna try to do a settling run by. And yeah, finally, Lair is coming up for Ryu.
Yeah, there we go. Lair is on the way. Roach Warren has been thrown down. So he is saying he is going to be making roaches. And this is very Ryu-esque. Quite common. It's quite common for him to go roaches and then eventually transition into Ling Bane. And he relies a lot on the roaches to just bow down tanks, bow down liberators, you know, just keep the Terran opponent at bay. Or we'll see if he commits even harder and actually doesn't throw down a Bane Nest. Oh!
Snipes one queen. Nice. No, killing queen is always nice. Ooh, I didn't notice this by Chaos Fate, the Viking mate. I always love when a Terran player makes the lonely Viking just to snipe any overlords that are around the map.
Yeah,
no, it's an easy way to take away the free map control that the set player has. Yeah, I love it. Just look at it.
Yeah. It's going to be able to get another Overlord. Fun fact, we were casting Euthermal versus Young Yakov earlier today. And the same thing, Euthermal made a Viking and he got like 3 Overlord kills with it. It was insane. Oh god.
Yes, and now here attacking the newly formed base by Ryu. And he denies, Chaos Fate denies the 4th base. Nice for him.
Oh yeah, a lot of damage already being done here by Chaos Fate, but I'm a little bit concerned. Quickly looking at his vision, he hasn't seen the natural. He hasn't seen the Roach Warren. He doesn't know that Ryu is starting to amass a large amount of roaches. Roach speed is on the way as well. Like, Chaos Fate is unaware of the kind of composition that the Zerg player is going for.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid that suddenly he's gonna have like a 200-200, you know, Stefano style Roach army at home, and he's not gonna be able to respond to it, mate. Because you look, Ryu's a good player and all, but I really wanna see that game number 3.
I do as well. I want to see a straight up like Ling Bane versus Bio going into the late game as well. But we may not get it because Ryu is getting ready to swallow the army. Oh my god, he gets a free tank!
Oh. Medivac, not fast enough reaction. So yeah, unfortunately the tank immediately goes down, and now with the roaches and the +1/+1 that they have, they immediately collapse into this army and they're gonna demolish it.
Yeah, exactly. The tank goes down as well. Forces a pickup here for Chaos Fate. Ryu just shuts this down. His goal base is going to be able to get up and running, and now Ryu, he's going across the map.
Yeah, he's going across the map here. He just reset the amount of tanks that his opponent has. He only has one tank at the moment, I believe. Yes, only one. Oh. So this is not looking good for our Terran player.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chaos Fate being a little bit too greedy here. He had a 4TC on the way, Papi, with only one tank to defend. It's not going to be enough. The boys are being pulled. The tank is going to get bowed down.
Yeah, when you know that when you have to pull the boys as a Terran, you are in big trouble. More roaches are coming in, more reinforcement coming in from Ryu, and mate, Ryu is gonna just crush his opponent straight away.
Yeah, exactly. 23 SCVs go down. Every single SCV, every single worker here at the third base. It looks like Chaos Fate has enough to force all this back with his Marines, but mate, the damage has already been done.
Yes, Chaos Fate will live for another day, but the question is at what cost, mate?
Yeah,
at what cost?
For how many days? You know, like, as we have just another wave of roaches coming across the map. What do we need? We need tanks. Again, Chaos Fate didn't know that roaches were coming out here for Ryu. If he had, he wouldn't have pushed out with his tanks. He would have been more defensive at home. He would have waited for the push, waited for the wave, defended beautifully, and then gone on from there. Instead, he was caught out in the middle of the map. He was surrounded. Like, the fight went as bad as it could have gone, and now Ryu has the map control.
Yes, he's 30 supply behind, 20 workers ahead of his opponent. So a big difference in economy. Ryu just can keep throwing roaches and roaches at his opponent, and eventually he just wanna win the game of attrition.
Exactly, it's just a numbers game at this point, and oh my god, even have Burrow. The sharks are coming out. Ah.
Yeah, Burrow roaches. Oh, they revealed themselves a little bit too early. But meanwhile, ooh, a nice drop here by Chaos Fate to the other side of the map. There was nothing here to defend, so damage is gonna be done. The queens are gonna be done, but the roaches are entering the natural base of Chaos Fate.
Yeah, exactly. Marines are trying to chase them down. We do have one scan, but is one scan really gonna be enough? Meanwhile, in the main base, it looks like Ryu has defended. He only lost 4 of his drones. The drop is forced back, and the roaches are still here borrowed.
Look, that was 2 scans that Chaos Fate had to use, okay? That was completely worth it,
That was 3 scans.
No. That was a lot. If this moment Ryu goes with another set of roaches inside, I'm pretty sure that he could get away with it, because there's no more scans available. Look, there they go.
Quickly checking the bases. We actually have no scans left. Oh no. The roaches are on the way. We don't have missile turrets. There is, oh god! Okay, we do have one missile turret here at the third base, so thankfully Chaos Fate can defend. Meanwhile, at the same time, a couple of roaches headed towards the planetary. What's important, again, Chaos Fate is stuck at home trying to defend, and Ryu is working on a hive.
Yes, hive is on the way. I think we're gonna see Vipers very soon. I'm very impressed that Chaos Fate actually saw the Burrow roaches.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea, guys, how hard it is to look for Burrow roaches when they're moving. Might as well be invisible.
Yeah, Chaos Fate, he's got the eyes of a hawk, mate. He sees all. And, oh god. As we do see... Okay. As we do see that, mate, he's been able to rebuild his army. Like, his supply is looking pretty terrifying.
Yes, his tank defense was good, so Ryu was not able to break it for a second time. And now Chaos Fate is back on track. He now has 2-2 done, which, by the way, Ryu had 1-1 first, but never started 2-2 really.
Yeah, his upgrades are honestly incredibly late. Meanwhile, the gold base is going to go down. At the same time, we see a massive link run by into the main base of Chaos Fate. Workers are falling, but honestly, not too many. The defenses are good enough to clean this up. Oh, the bar.
Yeah, that's okay. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Chaos Fate is doing a lot of damage with this army, mate. He already killed 14 workers, I believe. He killed the gold base, and he's not done.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Ryu, has been falling behind in those upgrades. It looks like he wants to take up. Bailing speed finally finished up. He wants to fight. Oh god, he's unsieged.
Yeah, he's on siege. He's out of creep, but let's see how good the bailing connections are, and the answer is not so good because they were fighting out of creep. The Banelings just could not barely keep up with the Terran army. Oh, nice Baneling mines over there, but Chaos Fate, he's cancelled.
Yeah, he scans, he sees he will not be done dirty by those mines, but he did end up losing a lot of his tanks. Not all of them though, because a lot of them were left behind here. So thankfully, Chaos Fate, he still has a lot of tanks remaining.
Yes, still 4 tanks remaining, more on the way. 170 supply for Chaos Fate, mate. This is insane.
Oh no! No!
Oh! Half the Terran army just went to shreds, but doesn't matter, mate, because the other half is coming across the map. I think this is gonna be more than enough for Chaos Fate. Is the time positioning gonna be really good? The Baneling connection are half decent, not bad.
Yeah, again, you could argue that Ryu, he spent so much supply going for run by sending his roaches across the map, and they did nothing, mate. They did not pay for themselves. They were all scanned, but the tanks go down. The Baneling connections are good enough.
Yeah, that was a lot of Banelings. Suddenly, the supply advantage that Chaos Fate had literally went to pieces with those Banelings.
Yeah, exactly. He was a little bit too ambitious diving into creep. Meanwhile, Ryu, he's setting himself up. The rocks were already cleaned up earlier. Meanwhile, 3-3 is on the way for Chaos Fate. His upgrades have been insane. Something that, again, Ryu is still lacking. But you know what he does have? Lurker Den just finished up. He can go into Lurkers if he has the freedom to do so.
Yes, Lurkers we're gonna see very soon indeed. And you know, one of the favorite units that Ryu used in TVC, especially when we have in a late game such as this one.
Yeah,
and yeah, let's see how it pays out. Because look, Chaos Fate, look, he's like, Lurkers, I'm not gonna go for landing.
Let's go. Massive Doom Drop head towards the main base. Ryu doesn't really have eyes here. He does have a little bit of Ling Bane here in the main base, but is it going to be really enough to stop this massive drop from coming in?
Oh, Chaos Fate still drops. That is a lot of tanks, a lot of Banelings, but the rest of the army of Ryu is coming. The Marines are unfortunately all gone and only tanks are left.
Oh my god, this drop was a mistake, Puppy. He loses everything. Honestly, I didn't realize how few Marines there were in that drop. It was like 5 tanks and like 10 Marines. It's like, mate, really? Chaos Fate, he couldn't afford to lose that.
See, man with gun is not that good.
Well, I mean, there wasn't enough man with gun. We needed more.
Yeah, we needed more, and now Chaos Fate, he needs to chill out for a minute, mate, and just rebuild his army, no?
Yeah.
No, there's a couple of Liberators going across the map. Maybe harass. Oh my god, is he gonna drop again?
This is not chilling out, Puppy. This is not. He just picks up and he keeps on dropping. At the same time, we have a little bit of Ling harass here, but the Planetary is about to finish up. Chaos Fate will get the goal base up and running. At the same time, Liberator harass here towards the north.
Yeah, double Liberator harass, one in the gold base, one in the 4th base, and the drop that is going on across the main base.
Yeah, exactly. There was, again, a little bit of Ling Bane waiting in the main base. It was not going to be enough. One Lurker does burrow. Does Chaos Fate? Does he notice? He does. He scans.
Yeah, he scans. The rest of the army for Rio is coming in, but man, the Lurkers are adding a lot of DPS, and Chaos Fate is forced to retire once more.
Exactly. These drops are just not cutting out for him. Meanwhile, it looks like he will defend his own base here. There was a little bit of Lurker harass, but Chaos Fate was able to notice just in time. He still wants to make this drop happen? Question mark?
I agree. This is questionable at best, and you know, just lunacy at worst. So look, Chaos Fate wants to do what he could not in the previous game, mate. This is what the conclusion that I have arrived.
Yeah, he just wants to drop, and it's like, mate, just stop. Just like, again, there's Lurkers, there's Lings already waiting here, there's plenty of creep, just push, Puppy, and now he's doing this, but after losing so many tanks trying to drop.
Yeah, but there's a lot of creep here that it needs to be clean, and I don't know, mate, let's see how Chaos Fate is gonna do it this time. He needs to be a little more methodical in his push.
Exactly, a little bit less chaotic. He needs to calm the hell down, think about how to approach this, especially because we have a lot of Lurkers. And usually when you see Lurkers, we need more tanks, we need more ghosts, we need more Liberators. Libs and tanks are on the way, but no ghosts.
Yeah, no gods. Chaos Fate just want to rely on the good old Tank Liberator combo here.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have a little bit more Liberator harass here towards the goal base. The Bio Army is trying to push on forward, but pushing into Lurkers is never the way to go. He loses all of his Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, that was a lot of lurker loss, and now Ryu just gonna push directly into the tanks. He needs to be careful. The reinforcements of Chaos Fate are coming in from behind.
Yeah, but Chaos Fate he's just trying to brute force his way through, and it's just not working. Meanwhile, it looks like we did have a little bit of lurker harass across the map. He's diving on top of the lurkers. He does get one, but only one.
Yeah, only one, and that was a lot of infantry that got damaged by those lurkers, mate. And ooh, I like it now. This is a more conservative drop. You know, try to split the army of your opponent in two. This might do a little bit of damage.
It might. I mean, hey, a Viper goes down for free, but there was already a lurker in position. Like, again, these drops into the main just are not working.
Now the important part, mate. Vipers are now here. Those tanks are gonna be easy picks for Ryu.
Yeah, the yoinks come out, mate. 2 tanks, a medevac goes down as well, and we still have more energy where that came from. The Vipers, they just need to top themselves up. We have another wave of lurkers on the way. What I can say is that Chaos Fate, especially with the goal base, like, he does have a decent economy behind this. Like, he can still keep going, and Ryu is still stuck on 60 workers. Like, his economy as well is hurting.
Yeah. With the 14 workers that Ryu lost earlier and the pressure that Chaos Fate has been inflicted on him, he has not been able to rebuild them. So this is the good thing that Chaos Fate has managed to do this game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the economy for both players are pretty scrappy. Like, in general, this is kind of a slugfest. But I feel like Chaos Fate is making that the case, because he just again, he keeps having these questionable drops. He really can't find any more room to push in. But finally, I think Ghosts are on the way. Oh god!
Couple of joints, but on the Liberators, not on the tanks. And another couple of joints on those Liberators. Finally, the first Ghost of Chaos Fate is being built.
Yeah.
Clock is also on the way. So yeah, this is what Chaos Fate is needed, mate, because those Vipers are gonna have the time of their life as long as there are no ghosts available for the Terran player.
Exactly, we need EMPs to stop the Vipers. Like, how many yoinks have gone off? How many tanks and Liberators have gone down because of this? Ghost will definitely help out, as finally Chaos Fate backs off. He's giving Ryu a little bit of breathing room, but at the same time, oh god, not the
Right. No, it was...
Jeez.
Oh my god, man. You cannot do this to me, Ryu. You cannot do this to me, Chaos Fate. I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this. My heart, not like this, puppy. Meanwhile, we do see, oh my god. Yeah, the lurkers are in range. The tanks, actually, they're going to be able to get a couple of shots off.
Yeah, meanwhile, counter-attack by Ryu, so sending Zerlings across the map. The third base is forced to lift, and Chaos Fate tried to push into the fourth base of Ryu, but was unsuccessful.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, the Vipers!
Oh, he does dive on top of the Vipers. It looks like he will not get any of them. Blinding Clouds were so clutch there. Ryu keeps his Vipers alive.
Yeah, just barely, but he managed to do it, mate. And nice move by Ryu. 159 supply for Ryu, 151 for Chaos Fate. This is neck and neck, mate. This is extremely close.
God, this game is so messy, mate. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the bailing landmines are still there as well, waiting for that connection, but the tanks are kind of forcing a little bit of awkward SimCity. Ryu, he pulls the trigger. He's diving on top of this, but off of creep. And without bailings, this is not the play.
Look, he did kill a couple of times. I think he was trying to snipe a few reinforcements, but the Chaos Fate was quick to act. And now that the army of Chaos Fate is out of position, the lurkers are moving in. Oh, blinding clouds all over the tanks, mate. And now everything is gonna die here for our Terran player.
Exactly, the EMPs were not there in time. They could not deny those Vipers from really getting all those blinding clouds off. And because of that, Ryu once again takes another good fight. But his worker count, this is why, like, this is so close. The drone count of Ryu is almost non-existent. He has 47 drones, and he hasn't been rebuilding them.
Yeah, he has not been able to. Chaos Fate has put a lot of pressure on him, so he has been forced to build nothing but army.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, another fight coming here at the fourth base. The Vipers coming in, junk a little bit of units, and once again, Chaos Fate, he loses one of his tanks, all of his tanks.
Oh my god, exactly. Like, even though Ryu is hurting when it comes to the economy, he still has a terrifying army with Vipers, with Lurkers, with Hydras. His army is pretty top tier. It's just that if he loses it, if one fight doesn't go Ryu's way, he's not going to be able to rebuild. Like, he just does. He has a big gas count, big gas bank, not a mineral one.
Yeah, now finally moving across the map, putting siege to this gold base, and now it's Ryu who is gonna go on the offensive. He's like, I'm tired of being the one receiving end.
Yeah, exactly. He has been defending for far too long. He's going to be the aggressor. He goes across. The tanks are unsieged!
The tanks are not siege, and my god, the lurkers just walk in, borrow, and now they're gonna start to destroy everything here, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Only a single tank remains. This base is going to fall as well as 15 SCVs. Is it the biggest of deals? I mean, Chaos Fate does have the base towards the north, so his economy is still better than Ryu's, to be honest. But he's just losing so much every time.
Yeah, 17 workers killed. The CC almost lost as well. He lost one factory and a few depots, but no big deal. And now, ooh, nice positioning here. He's gonna lay siege to the gold base once again.
Exactly. The gas guys is going to be going down at the same time. We have a little bit of a drop here across the map. Those bailing landmines are still there, by the way. I don't know if they're ever going to go off, but the drops are being dealt with. Again, Ryu does have eyes on them.
Yeah, oh, another lurker here at the 5th base of Chaos Fate, and yeah, more workers that have been lost. The drop has been dealt with, and GG, mate. GG, Ryu does it. Ryu 2-0 Chaos Fate and advances to the next match.
Wow.